Hello and welcome back to my channel and to another episode of One Sketch Four Ways. This is the sketch that I am using, and today I decided to make the stripes on the left hand side by stamping. So I'm using this stamp, which is from a Studio Calico stamp set, and it's like a solid, a solid rectangle stamp. I don't know why that was so tricky to say. And I think it's the purpose of it really is to make labels with. Oh my gosh, this is going to be really painful, sorry. So I'm just stamping in lots of different colours. I'm doing kind of rainbow colours, not in rainbow order at all, but just bright colours. Because of the shirt that I'm wearing in the photo, which is like a striped black, white and brightly coloured shirt. Sounds a bit weird, but and in this picture I am 38 weeks pregnant, and so that is I wanted to kind of focus on journaling for this layout, to talk a bit about how I was feeling, what I was looking forward to, and as it was, my baby was born the next week, so this is kind of the last bit of journaling that I did before she was born. Here I'm using these stamps. These came from, I can't remember where they're from. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't really remember where they're from. But they've got I am, I think, I feel, what else do they say? I love, I want, I think some of them say. And I just used a selection of these. I don't think I used all of them because I didn't stamp quite enough of the stripes, but I kind of worked out which ones I wanted to use beforehand. I love, I know, I feel, I want, I think, I am. There you go. And I used those as prompts for the journaling, and I added my journaling onto those stripes of stamped colour that's there. Then here I am just going to stamp two phrases. These came from the same stamp set. So this one says, "This is my story," I think, and then the other one says, "All about me," which is a nice big stamp. And in the end, I'm going to turn these into little kind of pen and banners to use around the photo. So that one's going back in there, and then I've got "All about me" at the bottom here. And I'm going to stamp that one. I love using these stamp journaling prompts. I think they're really, really useful if you're not a natural journaler. I'm not really much of a, it's very basic what I tend to journal about. So I do like the prompts. I think they're really helpful to get a little bit more of a story told. Here I've got the photo, backing it onto some white card. And then after I've backed it onto the white card, to give it a little bit of a white border, I'm going to use this paper behind it, which is a Heidi Swap paper from a really old collection. I love this paper. I had 3 sheets of this, and I think this is my last sheet now. But I really like the colour, that beautiful lime green with the deep kind of vibrant pink. I think it looks really lovely. So I'm just using that because some of the colours of the stamped ink are kind of similar to that. And then I'm going to have it on this right hand side here toward the bottom, similar to the sketch. And then I had to kind of work out what I was going to do down the side here so that it again went along with the sketch. So you can see just to the left hand side I've picked out a few things to use, and I'm going to be making some paper flowers. I saw a tutorial for this. I can't remember whose channel it was, to be honest. I think I was just googling like handmade embellishments, so I apologise for that, but I'm using 3 different sized circle stamps here. So I think I've got 1 3/4 inch, 1 1/4 inch, and then 1 inch. And I'm just punching lots of circles out in those 3 different sizes. And once I've got all of those punched out, what I'm going to start to do is kind of ruffle the edges and layer them up. But I'll kind of show you how I did one of those, again, as I said, this is a tutorial, this isn't my own idea, but it was really nice. That these abstract flowers are really good. I'm definitely going to attempt these again in the future. So here we've got all of the shapes now, and I'm just using a distressing tool. You could just use an open pair of scissors, and I'm going around the edges of these circles and ruffling them up. I tried to use paper colours that would kind of go with the colours that I had stamped, and then I'm going to layer each of the sizes up on top of each other. So there's going to be a large, a medium, and then a small on top. And then I'm using sequins to make the centres of the flowers. So they're very abstract. They look a little bit like flowers. I don't know if you heard that, but I'm holding my baby and she just farted. Smooth. It's lovely. Thank you, Phoebes. Yeah, anyway, back to this. So I'm just layering these up here, and I'm going to add some sequins. I store my sequins in these little screw pots. I love the sequin storage. Yeah, and you can screw all of the pots together and you can have like a massive tower of sequins. They just look so cool. So I'm just picking out a little bundle of sequins, and I'm going to add a big blob of glue in the centre and then just stick all of those sequins in the middle. So it's going to be like a lovely big floral kind of centre, or centre to the flower. There you go. And I'm just going to show you here some kind of layering of this as I start to organise it. Or I didn't want to show you me making all of those flowers because it was long-winded. But here I've made a few extra flowers to the side. And then I'm just going to, actually I think I'm going to add some splatters now. So I decided that it needed something to add a little bit more texture, to make it a little bit artsy. So I've just got the ink pads that I used, smushed them onto an acrylic block, add a squirt of water, and then use a paintbrush to kind of flick the colour across the page. So I've got yellow, I'm going to add some orange, I think I add some pink or red, I can't remember which colours I'm adding. It's going to skip ahead now, you're going to see a few other colours on there, I think there's some green. And then I'm going to use some black spray ink, which is a Heidi Swap colour shine in black, and then I'm going to splatter that across the rest of this layout as well. So I think I'll do that in a second. I'm going to skip ahead. Yep, here we go. And then I'm doing that, and then I'm going to hold it up really high and kind of do some big drops. You can see there I'll kind of dunk it in, hold it up really high, and then just kind of whack it down. You can get some much bigger splats that way, which I think look really cool. And then once that's all dry, I can start to kind of plan out where I'm going to pop all of these bits. As it were, I didn't stick everything down, so you're going to see it kind of organised, but the layout is not completely finished at this point. Then I didn't have a chance to finish it before I went into labour, so you're going to see like a little voiceover at the end, just showing you the finished article and a few of the extra bits I added that aren't on camera. You can see I've got some flair here that I'm intending to add, and also some fabric stickers as well, that are like banner stickers that say today and stay positive and let's do this. But they make a few changes as to where they go, and I add some details at the very top right hand corner as well. But you're going to see that now, so yeah, I'll shut up talking. Hello, so this is the finished layout. I started it before I went into hospital to have my little girl, and now that she's born, I've not found the time to scrapbook. But I did finish this off last night while she was having a nap, and she would actually let me put her down. So she's actually asleep in the sling on me now, so you might hear some squeaks from her. but this is kind of what I finished off. So I stuck down my handmade kind of paper flowers, added a couple of brads, and then added these cute little circle, they're not enamel dots, they're like pearl dots that I got from, they're either from the range and they're seriously old, or I think they probably are from the range, or they might have been from the works. And then here I added these 2 stamped banners that I made. So it says, "This is my story, all about me." Added another flower. These are like fabric stickers that I don't remember where they came from, but I got them in a wild hair kit, so I can't remember the brand. That I think they might have been Pink Fresh Studio, but I could be wrong about that. At the top here I've just added a couple of labels that I stamped and cut, and a paper clip because it was looking a bit sparse up there. And here we have some cat footprints, keeping it real. I've stamped a little bit with some roller stamps that say snapshots, and then I've added some journaling next to each of these journaling prompts here as well, to talk about the 38 weeks of pregnancy, or the 38th week of pregnancy. I added this before I went into hospital actually, but I don't think it was on camera. So yeah, and then I added all these bits down the side. I really like how it's turned out. I feel like there's something not quite right about it. I'm not sure if I should add something down here, but I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's following along with that same sketch with the stripes here of kind of paper, which I've just used stamped stripes and journaling, and then it's got the cluster down one side. In this case it just has the one photo. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will hopefully have another video soon. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.